One of the questions that I get quite often is how do I find more content to share on my social networking channels? And one of the ways that you can do that is by using news aggregators. So I want to just share with you 3 ways you can use news aggregators like Feedly or Flipboard. One I used to really love is called Pulse, that's now owned by LinkedIn, is to bring all of the content into one location or one dashboard. So you can do 3 things. Number one, it makes it very easy for you to stay current. You no longer have to go to this website or this website or this website. All of their posts come right to you. And number 2, you can use it to find content. So for example, if there's a specific niche that you're interested in, so let's say it's insurance, then you can follow a lot of the main insurance channels, bring all of their posts to you, and then it's very easy to share that out to whichever channel you want. And then the last thing that I want to share with you is a tip on how you can actually start following your clients' online posts so you can effectively deepen your engagement with them. If I have a business and they've got a blog and maybe I rate them, and another business and they've got a blog or a website and they're posting content on it, I don't have time to go find all this stuff. But using a news aggregator, I can bring all those resources to me, and then it makes it really, really simple and easy to do it. So let me just show you using Feedly how you can do that. You just go to feedly.com and you'll need to set up a free login. You, of course, have the free version and then all the extra features if you pay for it. But you can get away with using the free one pretty well. So what you can see here is on the left, we've got a list of all of our feeds. So I've created an insurance feed, and it has several different insurance websites or resources. For example, here's the Small Biz Ahead. So it has all of the articles that are published by the Hartford Small Biz Ahead blog. I've got one for kayaking and one for social selling. So we've got these feeds. We can look at everything together, or we can just select a feed, and it's going to show us all of the articles from all of these resources. We also can create custom boards, and then at the bottom we can add new content. So let's say you want to stay up on what's going on in your industry or in a specific niche or industry. So what we would do is we want to create one of these feeds. So we click Add Content, and then we're going to look for resources that are out there. And so we can, of course, look for, I've already created one for insurance. Let's just say I want to create one for general business. Then it's going to show a lot of results for the main or larger, like 228,000 followers, some of the main news resources. So I click this, and now I can add it to my existing feed, or I'm going to create a new feed now, and this one's called Business. I'm going to create that, and I could do it for anything I want. I could do it for a hobby or a sport. If I look down here, I really like Seth Godin. I actually think he would probably fit better in my social selling one, so I'm going to add him to social selling. And you can see here there's all kinds of them. So here's The World This Week, The Economist. So what happens in doing this is I've set up effectively my own customized news channel where I can get any of the news that I want from these main news resources that are out there. And then when I want to look at them now, so now I just use this to get my news. I just click Business, and it's going to show me all of the most popular posts from the feeds that I'm following. So when it comes to staying up on your niche, let's click insurance. I can see what's going on. I can find great articles, and that's all step 1, right? But then step 2 is how do we share this stuff? So if you find something that you want to share, so Whole Foods says hacking incident resolved. Maybe we want to use this article to make more visibility about the importance of cyber coverage. Did you know that 60% of businesses that have a cyber attack go out of business in less than 2 years after they've been attacked? Something, we have cyber coverage. Then you can look at the article, read what it has to say. You can visit the website to see the full article, or up here we can share it. And so here's where we share to LinkedIn or Twitter. We can actually just copy the link to a clipboard. So we can do it 2 ways. If we're paying for it, it's interesting, they're pretty smart. They know that Facebook, like we can share it on Facebook for free, Twitter for free. LinkedIn, actually when you click LinkedIn, they're going to say, guess what? You got to pay the $5. I don't know how they came up with $5.41, but you got to pay $5.41 a month for it, which honestly is not a bad cost. But what I've noticed is you can get around that. So if you find something you want to share, you just click the link, it copies it, and then you go to your LinkedIn profile and you paste it, and then it's going to find the article right there, and then you could add in, you know, your own 2 cents. Maybe ask a question, use one of my other tactics for creating engagement, and then you can decide, you know, who do you want to send it to, and you can share that. So it's a very, very easy way for you to find content, stay up on what's going on. Now, you're going to probably, though, find there's probably some channels out there that you want to get that you didn't find when you were doing the search. And so if you're trying to add content and, you know, we did a search and we can find stuff, then I want to show you how you can also just post the URL for that. So here's what I want to do. Let's say I want to keep up on local news. I found business, but I want to find out what's going on locally. So what I can see here is I've actually opened some tabs to some local businesses. So the Seattle Times, I live just out of Seattle. I'm going to copy this link to just their homepage on the Seattle Times, go back to my Feedly, and do a search. If there are any news feeds that are tied to that website, they'll be right here. So you can see it. There's a whole bunch of them. So I can follow, and then I'm going to create a new one, and I'm going to call this one Local News. And so now you can see it's going to open up over here. I've got a new one on the left. Let's see if there's anything else here. I love the Seahawks. Add them to local news. I like the Mariners, but they don't win enough for me to worry about them too much. Let's see, business. Maybe I'll follow that one. I can put this in business, or I can put it in local news. I'm going to put it in local news. And you can see here, there's a few others I've added. So here's my actual community newspaper called the Bainbridge Island Review. So not just big news, but I want local news because I really want to be able to share content and stay up with stuff that's happening in my neighborhood. You know, if I can be the guy that's commenting and sharing things about things that are going on locally, then that gets me more visibility. So I put this on local news. Now, here's how it works. If I want to get visibility within my community, I now can look on the local news channels for all of this stuff. Let's say I want to look really local, and I'm just going to look on the Bainbridge Island Review. So now I can very, very quickly look at all these different resources and say, okay, what can I do to increase my visibility within my community? So here's one, Halloween at Island Wood. So maybe I'll click this one, and I can post about it, talk about it, create some visibility. Maybe I want to visit the website, and then in the website there might be a space for me to actually comment or share. And so looks like they've closed it for this one. Some of these, when we share on these, we have an opportunity to, you know, create a little more visibility. Now, there's one more thing I really want to share with you guys, and that was that step 3, which is how do we increase our engagement with our clients using Feedly or these news aggregators. And that what we're going to do is we're going to create a channel for our clients. So what we want to do here, and I've just looked up a few businesses on Bainbridge, taking the assumption that I'm a business owner. So we've got, here is a realtor that's local. I've got another realtor, maybe Eagle Harbor. Maybe this is where I work, and so I want to keep on my own stuff. Or maybe this is competition down the road, so I want to keep up on what they're doing. I found one for a local health and rehab. So just for pretend, let's say these were businesses that I write them, and I want to deepen my relationship with these businesses. I can go into Feedly now and add content. Again, we're going to do it by finding the URLs. So let's go into, let's say I write this rehab center. I'm going to go in here to Feedly. I'm going to paste in that URL, and it shows me, you know, here's there. And now I'm going to call this one My Clients. And so now I'm following these, put them into My Clients. There's a couple others here I found. So here's a bicycle shop. So just making the blank assumption that I write a local bicycle shop. I can put them in here. And yep, there's their feeds. So I'm going to follow them, put them in My Clients. my clients. Couple others, so let's go. We'll check. Realtors are great. Maybe I don't write them, but maybe they're a referral partner, and so that's actually okay, right? I can put them in the same thing, and you could make a different list for referral partners, but I'm going to step back just a little bit, make sure there's not any other feeds with this one. Okay, so follow that. I'm still going to put in my clients just because that's basically my resource, my feed for really local people that I'm looking to build business with. And I'll give you one more example. Here's an example of a bike shop I found locally, and unfortunately their website's a little old school. So what I noticed was when I copied the URL and I came into Feedly and I did add content and I'm searching, it doesn't find anything. It's going to search for a while. It's not going to find anything. And while it's going to show that it can't find anything, I'll show you the part that's a little bit, so no feeds. It didn't find any feeds. Well, guess what? Turns out they do have a blog. It's just, using kind of deprecated technology. And so over here is the RSS feed, or the feed for that blog, and it opens up all the stuff that means nothing to me, but I do know now if I copy this, I'm going to copy that, and then I go back here and search again, chances are there is the blog. So there's the blog, and I can follow that. And I'll put that one into my clients. So now what have I done is I've created this really nice list of resources. So I can always just look at all of my news, right? Here's all of the articles that I am following with all the channels. But what I really like is my clients. Now, when it comes time to say, okay, I want to spend 15 or 20 minutes a week really seeing what's going on in my community, or following the clients that I write to let them know I'm interested in them, now all of a sudden I can see all of the posts. So obviously the bike shop posts are coming in here. Here's one from that Bainbridge. I didn't have to go to their website. I can just see right here, here's the post. And so I can reshare it and just, let's say I reshare this one. So Bainbridge Island Health and Rehab. Now I can also, maybe I want them to know that I've been kind of paying attention to them. So here is their blog post, and it's got the article, and if it's open at the bottom, see all these people, they close it off so you can't leave comments, which is kind of sad. But if they allowed you to leave comments, now you could leave a comment and let them know that you've been paying attention to them. But what you'd really want to do here is copy this either here, or going back to my Feedly, I can copy it here, and then when I'm in LinkedIn, post. So I'll post that in there, and it's got the review for it. And then now we say something nice like, I better get my shot. Thanks for the reminder. And then now is where we would type in, the name of that company. We'll just pretend that that's it. So that way, when I post this, they see it. I've shared their post. They see that I've responded. I'm showing them love on the internet. So remember, your Feedly is a great resource for you to find all this kind of content. I know this video went a little long, so I hope this has been helpful for you. Best of luck and good luck posting, and please send me your questions and I'll provide you answers.